There's a massive debate raging over whether intolerance is growing in India or not. Several people have come forth and returned their awards. As the clamour for award wapsi grows, I want to go across to national award winner Ravina Tondon, well-known film actress. She's joining us on the newsroom this evening. Thank you very much, ma'am, and welcome to the newsroom. You come at a time when there have been dozens of authors, artists, filmmakers who've come forward and returned various national honours. You yourself are a national award recipient.
Right.
Do you feel that there is cultural intolerance that seems to be growing? Do you feel like joining the clamour of these people who are returning their awards, ma'am?
No, I don't think so, Rahul. I don't think returning an award is going to solve the purpose. Protests in the way that they have decided to do is their free democratic right. It's a democracy, and we are a tolerant nation. That is why everyone has a right to do what they are doing, and everyone has a right to say what they are saying these days. Same probably wouldn't have happened many years ago, when a lot of our film walas were only banned in another party's rule for the reason of saying no to certain parties for certain rallying or whatever. I don't want to give names over here, but the reason being that I would not return my award, because the award was not only mine. If my film Shul got the award for the best film, my film Dawan got the award for me for playing the role of a woman against domestic violence. But the idea being that everybody worked towards that award. There was a certain jury that handed over to you that award. There was full teamwork of the full unit that put in their heart, blood, sweat, toil into that film and got the accolade that it deserved. As a person, I would not return my award, because I would be demeaning the rest of the national award winners, making that award worthless. There are other forms of protest. You cannot insult an institution, or you cannot insult a certain award by just saying, oh, ab mujhe nahi chahiye, aap wapas le lo. I mean, the government has not given you that award. That award has not come to you from a certain party. So this whole clamour of returning awards, there could have been a different form of process. In that process, they have demeaned the whole institution or the work or the people around who have worked for them.
Anupam Kher has announced that he will be holding an anti-award wapsi rally in Delhi on the 7th of November. Will you be joining Anupam Kher and marching against those who are returning their awards?
Well, I just heard of this, so I haven't taken my decision yet. But need be, yes, I might just do that.
But all these awards
because
are being...
somewhere,
yes,
to me, I find this... No, you go ahead first.
But this return of awards comes at a time when there have been several incidents, whether it's the Dadri incident, the Kalburgi murder, and a lot of filmmakers, artists are saying creative freedoms are being throttled. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or do you believe that this is an anti-Modi campaign that's being carried out?
I think it is a bit of both, if you honestly ask me. Name me 1 year in, actually everyone seems to have clubbed everything together. The unfortunate killing of those 2 Dalit children in Delhi was also clubbed along. Dadri was clubbed along. The killing of bloggers and the killing of writers and the murder of freedom of speech. Tell me 1 year in Indian politics when that has not happened by A particular government or B particular party. Over here, even the government is not responsible. There are so many movies that have been getting banned from years, whether a movie has been made on Guru Nanak Sahab or whether a movie has been made on the Prophet Muhammad. A.R. Rahman faced that kind of intolerance right now. So that has been going on from years, and every government and every people of this nation, whether they are the creative community or they are the writers community, have been fighting against this kind of victimization or these kind of biases for a long time. But yes, the time probably maybe has come for that to stop. People have to get a little more less sensitive. These so-called groups have to get a little less sensitive. But you cannot bring down a full nation and call the whole nation intolerant just for a few unfortunate incidents, which, like I question you, Rahul. Give me 1 year in Indian politics when something like that, like these unfortunate incidents have not happened.
But
have the atrocities on Dalits started just now? Have movies started getting banned just now? Have people who've been writing or things being happening? I mean, it started from Jesus Christ, if you ask me. They crucified him for a different point of view. So these things have been known in history, but you cannot just blame that a particular government. That way worse things have happened when other governments have been there. For me, a lot of these writers, if you do a little research, in fact I've got so many photographs in my phone where people have been sending me, where some writers who have returned their awards from the Sahitya Academy are touching Mr. Akhilesh Yadav's feet, who's much probably younger, senior Dr. Rangnath Mishra, a senior writer, is falling at his feet and touching his feet. Those are the pictures that are coming out. So maybe it is a little bit of political motivated as well. But yes, as far as freedom of expression go, our film industry has been fighting against it since time immemorial.
No, but let's look also, Ravina,
just started.
at what happens when someone like a Shah Rukh Khan raises his voice and says there is extreme intolerance in India. Kailash Vijayvargiya, who's a general secretary of the BJP, he's not some fringe element on the loose. He's the general secretary of the party. He's playing a key role in the Bihar campaign. He comes out and targets Shah Rukh Khan, compares him, calls him a Pakistani. Yogi Adityanath, who's a many-time MP of the BJP from Gorakhpur, comes out and says Shah Rukh Khan is like Hafiz Saeed. Now, if this is not a sign of intolerance, then what is?
See, I had a debate with one of your reporters just recently called Barkha Dutt, who called Karwa Chauth regressive. That was her freedom of speech. So maybe you should give these people also their freedom of speech. I do not say what they've said is correct. I think it's completely wrong. But there are a few who would. Why take only these examples? Take even Sadhvi Prachi. She also said something nonsensical. A lot of people have been saying nonsensical things, but has that started right now? That hasn't started right now. These kind of people need to be reined in, definitely. These kind of people should be first asked, hello, see the post which you're holding. You're one of the leaders of this country. So according to me, what has been said is completely wrong. As far as Shah Rukh's interview goes, I have read his full interview. The points which highlights of what he is, how his family is, what they've been enjoying, the rights they've been enjoying, and the freedom, and he is not returning his award, has been somehow suppressed. But the one which made controversial headlines has been splashed everywhere. So I beg to differ. I think Shah Rukh gave a balanced interview. If he is talking about extreme intolerance, I would also say that from time immemorial, I'm sorry, I kind of muffled my word, but from time that I remember, there has been extreme intolerance in the fact of freedom of speech, in the way that whether it's movies, whether it is cinema, whether it is books, whether it was Taslima Nasreen, whether it was Salman Rushdie, whether it was M.F. Hussain, or it was I can go on.
No,
talking.
Ravina, you're right when you say that there's been intolerance
happening
in India from time immemorial. But I think the question that's being asked now is of the Modi government and of the Prime Minister especially.
No, do not say that. No, my quote says, my quote does not say there's been extreme intolerance. I'm talking about freedom of whether you want to show movies, because you've got to understand the basics. There are always religious minorities, religious communities in our country which people have to be sensitive to. People have to be sensitive to what they consider their faith. Our constitution teaches us respect other people's faith, respect their feelings. Do not do things which can upset, or do not do things which go against what they believe in. Let people live and let live. Believe in letting them practice their faith. That is what our constitution teaches us. Since we are in the third standard or the second standard, we've been learning that.
Sure. No, but my point is this, Ravina, that while it is correct that freedom of expression has been under threat in India for a long time, and that's not something new, questions are now being asked by critics of the Prime Minister himself. They're saying here is a powerful Prime Minister who says he's not helpless, he's not Manmohan Singh. When people within his party make such atrocious statements, do you think the time has come for the Modi-Amit Shah duo to expel some of them? Whether it's a Kailash Vijayvargiya, whether it is a Yogi Adityanath, keep them out of the party. Only then will a message go to these hotheads that they should stay silent?
See, something like, you know, what I heard about, being said about Shah Rukh. I don't think he's anti-national. I think, I don't think Indians as a race, we are intolerant. We are a very, very tolerant race. That's why the Khans are where they are today, because our country believes in giving that one person who works hard or toils for his success, give him the success. And these guys definitely deserve it because they are self-made people. Okay? If there was so much intolerance and discrimination in this country, you know, as far as religion goes, or the way it's going on caste and religion, I think then, you know, it is a little biased statement, because that is not true. As far as speech goes, if someone has an opinion, maybe he is allowed to give his opinion, but yes, do not cross the line. And yes, I do agree to a certain degree that somewhere now it's time for the government to stand in and be conscious of what their party workers are saying and what is happening on the ground. Because somewhere you cannot, you know, kind of distance yourself from those kind of statements. You have to say, okay, what this guy said was not correct, should not be said. This can be dealt in any other manner.
But political motives are being attributed to Shah Rukh's statements. Manoj Tiwari, who's an actor, singer himself, says he says that this is being done at the behest of the Congress. He says that Shah Rukh Khan is a Congress agent. He's doing this because there are elections tomorrow in the Seemanchal area, and चुनाव के समय जहां हमारे Muslim voters की संख्या ज्यादा है, that's why Shah Rukh Khan has come out and made this statement. This is coming from Manoj Tiwari, who apart from being an actor is also a BJP MP, Ravina.
See, Rahul, let me be very clear. I am on this channel right now not taking any party's side.
Sure.
I believe that any party, whether it be Congress, it be Trinamool, it be BJP, it be, NCP, it could be any party, Shiv Sena, whatever. I do believe that these people promise the nation a certain future. They promise the nation a certain progress. So their MPs also have to be as progressive and probably a little more in their bounds and be responsible for making statements which are either a negative or provocative. So the parties, I hold them responsible. It could be any party. I am not here to take any party's side. But we started this topic on the tolerance thing. My grudge, or I cannot even call it a grudge, my view, my point of view that this award Wopsy thing, does seem little politically motivated. It does seem this whole thing about, getting India into the world focus by calling it an intolerant nation is rubbish. It's completely rubbish.
How do you think the government should deal with this, Ravina? Should the government just ignore all these Bollywood filmmakers, artists? No, I'm asking you because should they engage with them? Should the government reach out to them, try and win them over, try and explain to them? Or do you think that they've approached it with a biased mindset and they won't change even if you approach them?
You know, my view of saying that there has been a little bit of intolerance was the fact that every small group would stand up and say, oh, ban this film or ban that book and don't, play this song and this song is like that and this is... That for me was a little, that I would call a little bit of intolerance. But as far as India being a nation and being intolerant and is not correct. As far as the government handling all these people returning their awards, I mean, nobody is really stopping them. That is their form of protest. Agreed. You want to return your award, agreed. Maybe I don't agree with them. But the fact being that shaming the whole nation, shaming the whole country and calling India and, globally making it look as if, what it's not, portraying India to be what it's not, is absolutely not correct. And if things are happening, yes, I stand by the fact that the government should listen to what people have to say. Whether these protests, they can have a dialogue and they can promise stricter action, and I think everyone will rest their case. It is, I think, just making a divide further because no one's probably responding from either side.
You know, we spoke to someone like a Dibakar Banerjee. He's done Love, Sex and Dhoka. He's done Khosla Ka Ghosla. He says, forget,
joke,
you know, people who have been taking political views all along, like an Anand Patwardhan. I've got nothing to do with politics. I'm feeling increasingly suffocated. This didn't happen earlier, it's happening now. He says, don't link my action with politics. This is an apolitical person. Can some of these people, in your view, be taken as conscience keepers of society, people who are genuinely apolitical? Or do you think all of them have political biases and motives?
See, I'll tell you something. A lot of these people are respected people in their own right. They are intellectuals. These people can make a difference. I'm not talking about Dibakar Banerjee. For me, Dibakar Banerjee is a joke. So let's not talk about him.
Why is he a joke?
But I'm talking about senior people like Nayanthara Sehgal. Because, I mean, he's been exposed by the producer. The award was not his to return. It was the best film. He only probably was a part of the team that got the award. So it was not his award to return. Why didn't he return for that other film that he got, Oye Lucky Oye? He should have returned that award. Why did he not? He did not return that award because the producer was Walt Disney. Why is he getting scared to return that award? He cannot return that award. Walt Disney will come heavy on him and probably not finance his next film. Why has he returned this only this award? He should have returned all his awards. So for me, please don't talk about Dibakar Banerjee, but yes, the rest of the seniors, and there are a lot of people, they have credibility, they have a reputation, they have a thing which is mightier than the sword, they say, the pen. You protest. Please protest. This is your democratic right. This country allows you to protest. There has to be a certain form. But you cannot demean that whole institution that gave you that award. You cannot demean the award, which is an honor given to you by the nation. That is where I don't agree. These people can make a difference. I mean, someone like Nayanthara Sehgal, they are senior citizens. Someone like Irfan Habib, they are all senior citizens. Someone like Dr. Rangnath Mishra, they are senior citizens. Why have they kept quiet for so long? Why is this so timely? That is what is my question. Where were all they when atrocities on Dalits? Dadri is one singular incident. It's a very, very unfortunate incident. I condemn it completely. I mean, it was a baseless murder. It was stupid. You know, and strict action should be taken against those who are responsible. I believe in that because that is what I stand for. That is my country. That is what we believe in. But if you walk out today, where do you see any intolerance? Where do you see people beating each other up? Mumbai has such successful Muslim people. I mean, Dr. Kalam, yeah, for God's sake, he was the president of our country. Have you heard anyone say one disrespectful thing about him? No, they will not.
No, you're saying Dibakar Banerjee is a joke, Ravina. Yeah? But even someone like Farhan Akhtar has come out and spoken out against insensitivity, against intolerance. He too seems rather disturbed in the post that he put out.
I am saying, well, Farhan may have his reasons. I am also saying, to a certain degree, as far as books and movies are concerned, yes, there is a certain intolerance. As far as, you know, I mean, the murder that happened with Kalburgi, the murder that happened of that constable who was killed because, you know, because of the beef ban. He was, the fact that Pujari was killed. These are all small incidents of intolerance. My thing is, you cannot blame this on completely and shame the whole nation by saying that the whole nation is intolerant. And suddenly this intolerance has come. No, it hasn't. It wasn't born yesterday.
You've spoken passionately
to a certain degree,
and you've spoken from the heart. Ravina Tondon saying freedom of expression has always been threatened, but don't make it seem as if it's all happened in the last few months. It's been going on for a very long time. She's also urging the government to rein in the hotheads. She's ascribing political motives or vested interests behind some of the people who've come out and returned their awards. And she's hit out hard at Dibakar Banerjee, calling his decision to return the award a big joke. Thank you very much, Ravina Tondon, for joining us in India today. Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul.